everyone, it's Tiff. Welcome back to All About Tiff, and today I'm going to show you guys how to thread your machine. First, you're going to start with your bobbin cover plate. These both are in the bottom of your machine. Tweezers, snippers, your spool cap, and today I'm using two different spools. I'm going to be using two spools to show you the difference between the top and bottom spool, green for the bottom and red for the top. So let's get started. First, you're going to start by threading your bobbin, and I'm going to be using the bottom thread, my green. You're going to start by placing your spool on your spool pin. This holds your spool in place along with your spool cap. You're going to take your spool cap and place it on your spool pin, and then pull your excess thread and loop it behind the back hooks on your machine. Back hook 2 and hook 1. You're then going to take the excess thread and loop it around the third hook, which will position your thread in place for the bobbin winder. You should have two diagrams located on your machine to show you how to do this process. So you're going to loop it around that third hook, and then your next step would be to thread your bobbin. Your bobbin should have holes on both the top and bottom. You're going to just be using one hole predominantly on the top, and you're going to put your thread through, pull the excess thread, make sure it's only through the one side, as you can see here, and then you'll go ahead and place your bobbin in your bobbin winder and push it towards the right so that it locks in place. This will also stop your thread from overfilling on the bobbin so that way it doesn't jam in the bottom of your machine. You don't always have to fill it up all the way, but I sometimes do if I have a big project, but if it's something small, I'll just fill it up a bit and trim it. This also stops your needle from moving as well. So your needle won't be moving up and down while your bobbin is locked in place. Make sure your machine is on. Hold the top of your thread, your excess thread, to make sure it doesn't jam. Make sure your machine's on its fastest speed. And then use your pedal to use the bobbin winder to thread your bobbin. So you're going to go ahead and push the bobbin winder back to the left and take the bobbin off of the bobbin winder, and your thread should be facing a counterclockwise direction. Go ahead and snip a good amount. Make sure to hold on to that excess thread, and it should still be facing in that counterclockwise direction when you place it in the bottom of the machine. Now you're ready to place your bobbin in the bottom of your machine. You're going to make sure that your thread stays on the left-hand side. It should be facing counterclockwise. Place it in the bottom, and then I have a self-trimming option on my machine, so I just use my thread to follow through the path, and then it will trim my thread for me. Perfect. Now I'm going to use my bobbin cover plate to cover my bobbin. And my bottom is threaded. So now we're going to go ahead and thread the top of your machine. Take your top thread and place it onto your spool pin. Use your spool cap to keep your spool in place. And again, take the excess thread and loop it behind the back hooks. Instead of going around the third hook, you're going to follow the path and take your thread down the machine in the front, back up in the top, hook it around the silver hook and back down. You bring it down, hook it around. There's a silver hook inside that can be moved with the hand dial of your machine. It is attached to your needle. So you're going to spin that just to make sure that the silver hook is poking out as far out as it can. And then you'll take your thread towards the right of it, hook it around the left, and bring it down. At this point, you should be all the way close to your needle, and there's just a silver bar above your needle that you'll need to slide your thread behind. Just like that. Once your thread is slid behind that silver bar, you are now able to thread your needle. My machine has a self-threading option that will thread the needle for me. You're going to take your thread and place it underneath your pressure foot. You're going to use your top thread to pull your bottom thread out from underneath your bobbin. Use the hand dial on the right hand side of your machine. Turn your hand dial one time and it should bring the needle down and then back up again. And when you bring it back up, pull the top thread lightly and it should pull out a bit of the bottom thread. Then use your tweezers and pull the bottom thread out from underneath the bobbin. And now your machine is threaded. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me at raregem.designs on Instagram and at allabouttiff on Facebook.